What's up, guys? Puckett back in the booth with Shockwave Chris. I found out who Believe the Hype's playing.
Who are they playing, Chris?
Aftermath. Aftermath made it out of the open bracket. They just lost a final boss, but now they're looking to put up some more wins in that win column, going up against Believe the Hype next. But before we get to the match, we have the beautiful Carrie, one of our MLG booth girls, out on the floor to give away some swag. What's up, Carrie?
Thanks, Puckett. How's it going out there?
So fun.
Awesome. So we're doing an MLG swag giveaway. I'm here with, what's your name?
Tyler.
I'm here with Tyler. So Tyler, in order to win an MLG t-shirt, we're going to ask you a few questions. Do you think you have what it takes?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, here we go. Question number 1. Which two people co-founded MLG back in 2002?
Don't know that one.
It's drawing a blank. So we're going to go on to question 2. Which Halo team is considered the first ones to be called Dynasty? Come on, you got this.
Stray Ribbon.
There we go.
Is that right?
Actually, no, it's Final Boss. I'm sorry, I tricked him. Oh, okay, last question.
Okay, I'll try.
Which current member of Straight Rippin' signed a 4-year, $250,000 contract with MLG? You got this.
T-Square.
From?
Stray Ribbon.
There we go. Okay, I'm gonna give you a t-shirt. You did a good job. What do you guys think?
Boo.
Okay, we have one more round to go. Come on up. Okay, who do we have here?
I'm Brian.
Okay, we have Brian. First question, Brian. Which member of EON Instinct broke out when he won FFA competition back in 2007 with Halo 2?
Was it Ogre 2?
No, it's not. I'm sorry. Next question. Which team is currently on an undefeated run with MLG Anaheim? There we go. Good job. Next question. Which player is considered the winningest Halo player of all time?
Ogre 2?
Yeah, there we go. Good job. You win a t-shirt. Alrighty, congrats. They did a wonderful job, and I want to remind everybody to head over to the MLG booth and check out our Gold League membership. Thanks. Back to you, Puckett.
Thanks, Carrie. I felt so bad for that first guy.
Ooh, that first question, you think that would have been one he would have gotten.
Yeah, well, Sepso hasn't been here for a while. I don't blame him, but Sundance, come on, get one of the two. It's okay. We don't blame you. He had matching hair with Carrie. That's why she selected him, obviously, for the blonde hair. But Chris, let's talk about stuff that does matter. Gold memberships. Go buy them so you can watch this next matchup in HQ, not HD technically, so it's high quality. It's the best way to watch Halo, and it's going to be a pretty good match here. We have Believe the Hype facing off against Aftermath, and since we had Gears of War last night, we really haven't seen BTH on the main stage yet this weekend. You guys thought Final Boss was going to win this pool. I said Believe the Hype was going to come out strong, and now I want to see just how strong they are. Do we have Believe the Hype fans out there? Do we have any Aftermath fans out there? Not yet? I'm cheering for you, Aftermath. Here we go, guys. Are you ready to get in the games? Raleigh, are you ready to get in the games? I'll take it. All right, here we go. Let's get it started right now. It's the best of 5 series between Believe the Hype and Aftermath, and we're going to game number 1, capture the flag on Element. All right, so here we go, Chris. Looking at the 8 players in the game, you will see one name that might jump out to you on that blue team. You've seen him on the main stage multiple times at the end of Saturday nights. That is going to be Top Ducky. Top Ducky has been in our Big Flex 4 free-for-all. He has a very solid DMR. He's got the natural talent. Now it's time to find out, how does he play in a team situation here? And, of course, how strong is this new Believe the Hype squad with Destin and Reliable now, the new additions to Maniac and Formal?
Both questions going to be answered pretty shortly, but with regards to Top Ducky, we've seen, actually just in the last match with Classic, you saw Prototype and Straight Sick, both players who kind of made their name through that Big Flex 4 free-for-all, really come out huge and play really well at the tournaments, especially after they learned how to play in a 4v4 strategy. So we could see Top Ducky, especially, he's a name that we could see in the future, you know, breaking in on a pro team. But, you know, like you said, I'm excited to see how this new Believe the Hype squad meshes. We haven't seen them on the main stage yet. Last tournament, we thought they were one of the only teams that'd be able to take down Instinct. They decided to break up, change their roster, but they're looking almost just as strong here.
Well, Chris, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm definitely thinking that Believe the Hype should take this series. You know, they're one of the top teams in their pool, sitting at 2-0. I believe they're actually the top team in their pool right now. And they're looking pretty strong this tournament. They picked up Destin from Dynasty after he was dropped, and they added Reliable, who I said on the pregame show is definitely going to be the new Enable, in my opinion. He just has a ridiculous amount of individual skill. He's got great placement, and when he controls the power weapons, he can really go off and just take over the game for a team.
We've seen it before in the past, and I'm glad Reliable seems to now be on a team that may make the most out of his skills. He was before on Victoria's Secret, if I'm not mistaken. Now making a move to Believe the Hype, the third-seeded team. I mean, it's one of those teams, actually, when you think about it, you wouldn't be expecting Believe the Hype to be holding the third seed at the event, but they've just been really consistent throughout the way, and now he's got teammates like Destin, Maniac, and Formal to really help him out. And Formal, he, I think, was the most impressive to me last event.
Last event, he was clutch in all the games except for the last few games against the top teams, in my opinion. So I think he put up the most positive numbers, but I definitely saw him kind of struggle a little bit more against the very top tier of players. But he was crushing all of Anaheim.
Absolutely.
Getting to the end.
He was definitely on fire, and I'm glad, you know, Maniac, I think a lot of people don't really give him enough credit, but he was also playing well. And the last player on the team, Destin, you know, he got dropped from Dynasty, and I think the main thing was that he wasn't really too into practicing all the time. He wasn't going to be getting on by himself. He was more kind of, if we're going to practice, I'll get on. But I think after getting dropped by Dynasty, we were going to see a different type of Destin come out and play this tournament. An angry Destin, you know, he wants to prove that he shouldn't have been dropped, and he wants to do it here on this Believe the Hype squad.
And Destin really shooting very well to start this game. That looked like a nice headshot there with the bloom. Barely missing Ducky, but he does chase down the kill, getting positioned here in our green base. Aftermath was just taken down by Final Boss. Now they're looking to get some big wins here against Believe the Hype in our Pool C. And Destin is starting this game off with a nice killing spree. He's going, helping out Formal there, pick up another kill. Top Ducky is going to be forced back. Destin really just taking over the map here. He's kind of secure in the middle all by himself.
Destin doing a great job listening to his teammates and taking good shots, not really letting himself out there with no shields. He doesn't want to die. It's just amazing to me. It looks like Believe the Hype has just been out slaying Aftermath. It really hasn't even gone and attempted for a flag cap. It's almost like they're just going to, you know, kill them for the first few minutes, make sure Aftermath knows who's boss, and now they're going to, you know, start running the flags.
Yeah, you know, a little 3 minutes of domination there from BTH, and we're going to bring our screen over to Reliable. Now, this kid is from Ohio, and just like Ogre 2 and all the other great players who come there, I believe it's something in the water, or maybe just lack of things to do outside of gaming. But there are so many pros that are coming out of Ohio these days.
Ohio, definitely a hotbed for Halo talent. I've seen, like you said, a lot of players making their way out. I don't think it's the water. I think it's the lack of things to do. The second thing you said there, Chris. But Reliable definitely has been impressive. But over on the other side, Aftermath, I really haven't seen anyone make any sort of moves for that team. So far this game, they're just kind of picking up last-minute shots, you know, teamwork-oriented stuff. But I haven't seen too many just out DMRs. It seems that BTH, their shots are a little bit more crisp right now than Aftermath.
Have you seen any individual battles really in this game, though? Because every time I watch Believe the Hype, they're team shooting.
Well, Believe the Hype's doing such a fantastic job of doing that, but for the most part, I'm talking about they're not really missing.
Yeah.
Even when they're not necessarily team shooting, you know, they're coming from behind the Aftermath squad. They're making sure every single shot counts, whereas Aftermath, maybe a few shots here and there, not necessarily up to par. And it's kind of interesting. I think this is the first series Believe the Hype has actually played today, whereas Aftermath, this is going to be their 4th series in a row. So you got to think they should be more warmed up than Believe the Hype.
For sure. Believe the Hype, I mean, they've been cold. Like, they've waited for this moment all day long to get their first match of the day. And so I think this is, they've definitely put in some practice time there in the pro lounge, I believe. I mean, right now we got Maniac controlling Camo with a grenade launcher. You got Formal and Destin both locking down top middle together. It's these guys look like they are warmed up. Their shots are on, and like you said, they're not missing at this point, and when you're not missing, it makes it pretty easy to win some games.
Absolutely. And yeah, they should. I feel like normally, a team waiting, especially this long, to play another team, you'd think that they would be a little skittish right at the beginning, start spamming, really miss the shots. Believe the Hype actually must have gotten in some really good warm-ups earlier in the day. And maybe Aftermath, actually, I think they might be 0-3 right now in their pool. So they might be thinking, we really don't have a shot here. We're just maybe hoping to take a game from Believe the Hype. But at the score, it's only 1-0. We've been playing this for 5.5 minutes now.
Absolutely, and Reliable, though, is moving a second flag here, Chris. He's going to be taking it over here towards our green base. Formal coming off the respawn, looks left, sees no one's coming from either direction. He's just going to chill in the base, make sure that this flag is going to get home safe, and it looks like we got a slight delay, though. Finally, Reliable, after winning a nice DMR battle, is going to be able to keep this one alive. Formal just chilling at the green base is finally going to be cleaned up, and I'm looking at this Aftermath squad. Is anyone able to push in? It looks like Sixson is pushing in for an assassination, but I don't think this one's getting returned. There's just too many Believe the Hype members around the flag, and this one is going to be brought all the way back to the base. Destin, if he wins this one, will put in the flag, and there he goes. So Destin started off with a killing spree. Now he's putting in flags. He's at the top of the leaderboard even before flags are being scored. So I think Destin so far in this game is the most dominant player.
Believe I'm doing a really good job, especially escorting that flag carrier back. You saw Reliable actually drop the flag. They knew they had time to be able to circle around, get kills, and you could see them methodically pushing that flag in little by little, making sure that every charging member of Aftermath was taken down with no casualties, and eventually they put it in. And when you play like that, the great thing is you're not going to lose control of the map at the end of the day. A lot of times teams will go all out, try to force that cap to get in. They might get a cap, but the other team turns right around, gets an easy cap again, and it was essentially, a null point. Believe the Hype not wanting that to happen to themselves.
Destin sitting in the base here, putting some nice shots on Viper, ducking down, finishes the nice headshot. Now he's got Allen. That is going to be Reliable out in front of him. Destin tried to take it out of the front of the base, but he didn't know Sixson got out to the top middle, and now he got Destin taking it down bottom middle. Very fast route across this map. He's got all of his teammates alive, clearing the way. This is just domination from Believe the Hype. Even flag fumbles don't matter in this one, as he is going to be putting in flag number 3. Now the crowd can make some applause. They started clapping a little early there.
Premature celebration, but Destin knew that he probably had that flag cap, and you can see Believe the Hype really just starting to swarm Aftermath. I'm thinking the kills at the end of this game are not going to look very pretty, especially on the Aftermath side. But they just did get 4 down from Believe the Hype. Revamp now pushing top middle. It looks like they're going to get control here of the map and could possibly, they get another set of kills, run a flag for themselves.
Chris, let's talk big picture here while we are in this first game of the series. If Believe the Hype wins this one, they will be up 3-0 at this point, and I'm pretty sure that they'll go on to win Pool C here, which would basically give them a great shot at finishing in our top 3. They don't have to go up against Instinct this time around. They'll be going up against the winner of Pool B. And I know you guys predicted final boss, but I think at the start of this tournament, I wanted to put Believe the Hype by top 3. I think they're going to finish there after seeing them this warm at the start of Saturday.
Like you mentioned, I Believe the Hype winning this match is really going to put them at a very, very good position. I think they pretty much winning this match, they might have Pool B locked up. Even if they do lose their final match, I think they're going to have the tiebreaker over any of the second place team that would come out, either Evil or Classic. Is it? No, I'm sorry. That's Pool B.
FB.
FB, that's right. They already defeated FB, and FB was looking the next strongest. But Pool B, you're looking at Status Quo possibly coming out of Pool B. And I wouldn't, put it past, I think Status Quo definitely has got a shot against Believe the Hype. I mean, I think that match is really actually going to be the more entertaining match if that ends up being happening, as opposed to Instinct beating whoever comes out of Pool Day.
Agreed. I think we'll see a closer battle. That's just because Instinct hasn't dropped the game in the last 31, so I think they might continue that streak. Got an update from before. They won their first game, so actually make that 32. So here we go. Right now, the scoreboard, though, in our game number 1 here on the main stage, we got vVv Believe the Hype taking on Aftermath. Scored 3-0 after 10 minutes here for BTH, and it looks like we have another flag being pulled by Destin. He will be stopped short there by, I believe that was Viper. So we got Viper, Top, Ducky working together, Reliable grabbing their flag. and both flags are out at this point, and Top Ducky's trying to bring the Believe the Hype flag back into his base here. Will we see a score here from the blue team? I don't see anyone from Believe the Hype really pushing in for a return anytime soon.
Well, Reliable was sitting under the base, and he could have definitely gone and tried to get the return, but instead realized he's going to run out here, the other team's flag, the Aftermath flag, and make it a lot tougher for them to score. And now Formal actually going into the base, sitting on the return, and he's going to be able to bring the flag back to his base. And, you know, Aftermath's got to be careful here. Believe the Hype may be able to get a cap themselves after bringing that flag all the way back to their own base.
They just didn't even worry about it. They're just like, you guys can hold this. We're going to take yours right now. Maniac gets his flag back to the, I guess, in front of the red base, but I do believe we are going to see a return here from Aftermath as Six Sun picks up a big kill. He's got 2 players at yellow, no one near that flag. Both flags at home, though, so no flags will be scored anytime soon. And Reliable really starting to do some nice damage with the DMR. Just picked up a kill, an assist, and now he's getting positioned top middle to help out Formal.
I think it was a very smart play from Believe the Hype to kind of give that flag up. None of the players were actually in a real position to be able to stop it. And what ended up happening, they might have gotten the reset, but you can see they're completely set up here as Destin run the flag back underneath their base. And I think they're going to be able to put in a 4th flag cap here. Unless, nope, great play by Reliable, grabbing it right before the guy could get the return.
Nah, you can't have that. I want to score it. And he does it. No, he does. He does get it in. It looked like a little ghost capture there. Somehow gets the point, 4-0. They're just 1 flag away from taking our first game of the best-of-5 series against Aftermath.
Believe the Hype just really dominating the map. Element's such a hard map to really get complete control because both teams, you get spawns on either side. There's a lot of ways for players to sneak into the base, but it's looking like Aftermath is going to be putting in their first cap. There's Top Ducky putting Aftermath on the board, but I think it might be a little too little too late.
Yeah, they are not going to be skunked in this game 1 as Top Ducky was able to sneak in, run the flag just straight right, was not taking many shots because he had great cover from Revamp and Six Sun. And it looks like that first cap for them will be scored, but remember, here at MLG Rules, we play a 15-minute regulation time. If the score is tied after 15 minutes, we will continue in the sudden death. But if a team is up by 2 flags or more, we just end the game. So they got only 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to put at least 3 flags in, and I don't see that happening because Believe the Hype is not slowing down.
And when it comes to slang, Believe the Hype dominating right now in the kill department. And that's really what, if you're going to be have to run caps, a lot of caps in a short period of time, you really got to pick up the slang. And I just don't think that Aftermath has the type of just power that Believe the Hype has on their team.
Looks like Formal once again is going to get up top, going for that camo. He is going to be taken down. Meanwhile, Revamp is running a 2nd flag here for Aftermath. So we are seeing some late life from this team. They have 2 minutes left. If they keep on this pace, they could actually put in 4 flags in just 5 minutes. So Six Sun pushing in here for another flag, leading in with grenades, takes down Destin, now turning around, picking up a big double kill. Maniac, however, pulling his team's flag. Maniac, the last member alive at the moment, tossed it out bottom middle, but now you have Formal also in position top middle, and Maniac is going to go back for that flag. He's going to let his teammates go for the return as he goes for flag number 5. Revamp, though, getting another double kill. Aftermath starting to warm up at the very end of this game, which will give them a little bit of momentum going into game 2. And they could possibly convert a 3rd flag here if Viper can get 2 more kills. Six Sun was trying to pull it, but Viper goes down. I don't see this flag going anywhere.
Six Sun with a huge play right there. Believe the Hype went for the counter cap, but Six Sun, you talked about, picked up that giant double kill, managed to stop Believe the Hype. But again, you see Maniac now pushing into the Aftermath base. And Aftermath, they just need to go all out now. They need to get 2 caps in about a minute. They were close to potentially getting a 3rd, and it seems that you're right. They are showing some signs of life here at the end of the game.
Revamp going for that grenade launcher down bottom middle. Meanwhile, Top Ducky just picked up another double kill here. So it looks like this team finally setting up around the perimeter like they want to. Six Sun is pulling a flag. He's going to have to outshoot Maniac, but Destin is there putting shots on him as well. Top Ducky jumps out to help. Dustin shuts him down. And now we got Destin going top middle after picking up the headshot, finishing off the kill as Formal picks up another kill on Viper. The final flag in the hands of Formal. He's shooting grenades at his base, assisting with another kill. If he gets this return, it is all over. Formal is there. Destin just cleaning up, charging players, picks up 2 kills. Formal, Reliable gets the return and gets the final flag cap. Believe the Hype wins game number 1, 5-2. All right, so after a strong start, Believe the Hype finishes strong, 5-2, taking game number 1. Let's bring up the stats. And there you see, Destin, if you could just chill on the stats there, let me read them. That'd be helpful. All right, there we go. We got 39 kills out of Formal here. I'm looking across 34 kills from Maniac going plus 12, but Formal plus 21, Chris. He is not slowing down. This is the same Formal we saw in Anaheim.
We talked about it a little the game. These stats were not going to be pretty at the end of the game. Obviously, Formal feeling good. You could see Believe the Hype, just pure slaying domination there in game number 1. And they're pretty confident. You can see him, the smile on Formal's face. Plus 21 is probably the highest score we've seen here yet on the main stage. But Aftermath did gain some momentum here. They may be able to use some of those last flat caps, some of that shooting to move into game 2.
Mazik, welcome back, buddy. Guys, Believe the Hype leads 1-0 after game number 1. We are going to a commercial break. When we come back, we will have Team Slayer on Sanctuary coming up next.